In this session, we will discuss fuels and oxidants. Flames remain the most useful atomizer for atomic spectroscopy despite the developments in electrothermal atomization. Atomization process, that is, conversion of the analyte to free unbound atoms, is highly dependent on the characteristics of the flame. Upon ignition, flames can be produced by a combination of fuel and oxidant. These are the processes occurring in flame atomizer. This is a salt solution, nebulization, desolvation, removal of solvent, liquefaction, melting, vaporization, melt goes to vapor form, atomization or ionization depending upon the temperature of the flame, and excitation of the ground state gaseous atom to the excited state gaseous atoms. Different substances, ions in solution, require different amount of energy to be converted into atoms vapor inside the flame. If energy is too less, no atom vapor will be formed. If energy is too high, then we will get ion vapor. Ionization occurs when energy available in flame, that is proportional to temperature of the flame, exceeds the ionization energy of the sample. Requirement is we should get atomic vapors. Depending on the flame temperature, gaseous atoms may undergo excitation to form excited atoms or ionization to form ions. Flame require fuel and oxidant in order to exist. This is a Bunsen burner. Flame structure. Flame consists of three parts: primary combustion zone, blue luminescence, relatively low temperature, interzonal region, maximum possible temperature for a given combination of fuel oxidant mixture, and region considerably rich in free atoms. Secondary combustion zone. Products of interzonal region are converted into stable molecular oxides and dispersed into the surroundings. Relative size of regions varies with fuel, oxidant and their ratios. Flame source provide the satisfactory temperature and the fuel oxidant ratio required for a given analysis. This table shows characteristics of common flames and their temperatures. Like air acetylene, temperature of 2300 degrees centigrade, acetylene, nitrous oxide, temperature of 2800 degrees centigrade, acetylene oxygen, temperature of 3100 degrees centigrade, liquefied petroleum gas and air, temperature of 1800 degrees centigrade. Maximum operating temperature of the flame is determined by type of fuel and the oxidant. Exact flame temperature is fixed by fuel oxidant ratio. For alkali metals, LPG air mixture is used maximum temperature of 1800 degrees centigrade. To atomize and excite most metal ions and achieve significant sensitivity, a hotter flame is desirable. Most atomic absorption and flame photometry flames are air acetylene flames. Oxygen acetylene would produce highest temperature 3100 degrees centigrade. However, this flame has a disadvantage that it has a high burning velocity which decreases the completeness of atomization and lowers the sensitivity. Nitrous oxide acetylene flames are fairly popular, temperature of 2800 degrees centigrade with low burning rate. The choice is made based on which flame temperature burning velocity combination works best with a given element. This table shows characteristics of common pre-mixed flames. This column tells about the temperatures and this column about the burning velocity. Acetylene oxygen has a burning velocity very high. Same is the case with the hydrogen oxygen flame. Flow velocity and the burning velocity of the fuel oxidant combination should match, otherwise the flame propagates back into the burner at low flow rates or blows off the burner at high flow rates. This table shows oxidants recommended for different metals, known metals, analyzed by atomic absorption spectrophotometry. For air as a oxidant, we can analyze lithium, sodium, magnesium, potassium, calcium, iron, cobalt, and so on. With the nitrous oxide as oxidant, we can analyze beryllium, boron, aluminium, silicon, scandium, titanium, and so on. Thanks for watching this video.